So, what I'm curious, you are, yeah, you were raised in a
Mhm.
Christian home, and you were shared Christ by your father. What
Mhm.
was there? Were there any what's the word I'm looking for? Reservations, or did they have any fears about you being married and going into ministry as a result
No.
of that? No.
Mm-mm, no, they both were and they loved my husband.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew right off that he was going to be a good dude, for their daughter. My husband always looks for humility in a guy, and
Mm-hmm.
so that was something that as soon as he saw that in him, he had the thumbs up, and my mom knew that they could tell that he loved me or whatever. So that whatever God did in and through us, they were all for. They both at the time. Now this is we're talking 2000, um,
Mm.
so some years ago, before any of the signs of PC, started coming
Mm-hmm.
in.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, I'd say for me, it was when I started seeing signs of that start to come in. It was not soon after we got married. Um, it was not very long after we got married, but the bulk of what we started seeing has just really been within the last 5 years, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been
Yeah.
a lot. What are you about to say?
Oh no, I was looking at the but yeah, I mean, progressive Christianity. I was just thinking that I was like, this has been maybe the last
Hmm.
6 or 7 years where the church has started to adopt a lot of these ideas.
Maybe. I think the
Main,
explicit,
I guess
bold lettered
mainstream,
one,
yeah,
yeah,
mainstream church, I would say.
but that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's I think what we were talking about at the very beginning of this was um that and there are Christians who are no longer willing to let the little breadcrumbs in. And then
Mhm.
that's what bothers other Christians, right? Where it's
Hmm.
like, if you are posting about a song and you're like, hey, Christians, you probably shouldn't listen to this song. And then some other Christian's probably going to respond, here you go again. It's not that big a deal. And it's
Right.
like, we've gotten to a point now where there are believers who are like, hey, apparently this stuff that is bombarding us in the last 5 years has actually been building up over decades
Yeah,
incrementally. And it's because we've let some breadcrumbs in.
Mhm.
that's a good way of saying that.
Yeah, and I'm no longer being willing to let breadcrumbs in. As for me in my house, we,
No more breadcrumbs.
yeah,